I thought I'd bring you up to date with the Range Rover project. It's been painted and it's coming back to Sherbrooke. I think it was today or tomorrow anyway, I'm coming back. In the meantime, I found this little bargain here. Now, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone here, because you can see now I've got this that'll move around my shop quite easy on that Discovery chassis. So I've bolted it in. I had to have a bit of a mess about because I didn't have the Range Rover to copy the engine mount, so I had to just cobble something up quite quickly. And if you observe, I've had to make the engine mount slightly to one side because the bolt here, so it's not in the middle. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to get started up in this case, and once I do get some they're only just sort of cobbled in just to get it on that frame. The reason why, well, this is a really good engine, why I've put it in here, but I've got a few things I've got to work on. I want to take off the rocker boxes, the valve covers, and replace the rubber gaskets just in case. But you can see now how easy it is to work on. I've got to replace the shifter cable. It's been cut off, not the end of the world. I've got to free off all this mechanism here. That's never been used, the high and low. But what a bargain this was. It come with everything. The radiator was almost brand new, it had been reconditioned. It even came with the Y pipes, you know, with the catalyzers in. Really good. I'm going to take all these pipes off, put them through the blaster and give them a coat of cold galvanizing spray. It's better than nothing, but I've just sort of got this done yesterday. I'm still observing things, and one of the things I noticed was the studs had snapped off here. That one's come out of there, but these have snapped off. They're a bugger of a job to do with those studs if you've ever done a V8. But look how easy it is to do here in the stand. You know, you can get to all the bolts. Whilst we're here, one thing I am going to change is the crank positioning sensor. Now, it isn't faulty, but look how easy it is to change now. And they're not all that expensive, but change it now, and that's a little bit of a preventative maintenance, because if you've ever done one of these when it's been in the car, they're a bugger to get to. You know, there's some bolts at the back here to get to. Now it's really easy, so I've got them to change. I'll change the wires on the plugs, change the plugs, change the wires. But one thing I did notice when we got this engine, and why I picked it up, was the oil in it was lovely. Look at that, it's not black or sooty or anything like this. So it's little telltale signs like that. You think, well, this has been quite a looked after engine. I washed it off with our old friendly oven cleaner, and then neutralised it with vinegar, and you can see it hasn't gone white. This was already corroded, all the paint's come off these rocker boxes, so like I say, I'll paint those, blast and paint these hoses. These are in particularly good condition, but just a bit of light rust. So there's a bit of work to do, but like I say, it came with everything, even got the ECU. Now, this obviously engine came out of a disco. They couldn't have put these ECUs in a worse place. They were sort of near the bulkhead, on top of the inner wing, in your inner arch. And as you can see, they just fill up with water. And I replaced an awful lot of those back in the day because the circuits get all covered in water and they rust out and corrode. So I'm quite fortunate with this one, because the guy who took it out is a friend of mine, and he kept it as a project. But you see, all I've got to do is hook these few wires up here. That's it. So as the other system was an EFI system as well, but without the distributor. Oh no, it was a distributor one. All I've got to do is match the cords up and it should be working great. I think the only issue I'm going to have is linking up the gearbox wires, because I haven't got a plug. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, this one here. I've got to link this up and I haven't got a corresponding plug. I'll find one somewhere. Yeah, so that was just a little update on that. The framework's great. Oh, you can see down here I put a couple of points so I can pass my forklift legs, you know, my forks through there and lift it up. And yes, they're not in the middle, but neither is the engine. So the weight on this engine, when you sling it here and here, that's its sort of balance point. So it makes sense to use that as the centre. It looks a bit odd, but believe me, it's okay. It works nice. So that's that. That's what I've been getting up to. Busy, busy, busy. So this is a sort of, now it's in here. This is an evening job, if you see what I mean, because now it's dark nights and, well, dark nights. Nights are always dark, aren't they? It's early. It gets dark early, around about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So you can come in here and tinker around with this on a night and get this all ready. I just noticed I've got to replace this hose here. This has been cut off. Yeah, I might just put new hoses on. I don't know. I keep chopping and changing my mind. But anyway, I think it's going to be alright. Just another little observation of this thing. There's no molasses or anything inside the oil filler, so that's really good news. So I'm looking forward to getting this off. I expect they'll be all gungy inside, but we don't know. But looking at this motor, I think it was quite a good one. And the guys had it stored for an awful long time. He kept turning it over, but it's been dry stored in a basement, so I think it's going to be nice. And it cleaned up well, so that's all I'm going to do to it. I'm just going to leave it like that. I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I think they've spent so much on bodywork and stuff like this, and we still haven't got the interior in, that we have to cut corners. And you know, it was originally going to get a 300 TDI, but that was going to get too expensive. I'll show you why later, but I just wanted to keep you updated with that. So there we go. That's what I've been up to. So we're going to make this Range Rover better eventually. Talk to you later. Bye.